Let's connect the love to feel the love that is always very close in me, in you, and the familiar things every day. Dear audience, you are listening to the program Purposeful Travel on the National Traffic Channel VOV FM 91 MHz in Hanoi. I'm Phương An, the host for today. My audience, in regular times, the concept of purpose is something we think about and wonder how we can fulfill it. This year is even more complex. We all want to live a meaningful, purposeful life. We all want to feel like we are contributing to something bigger than ourselves, that our skills are being utilized, and that we are being seen, honored, and heard. However, I believe that it doesn't have to fit in a box or meet anyone else's standards. It simply has to align with who you are and what you desire. So today, I want my audience to meet our two guests who have different life circumstances and different purpose, but share the same affection for Dalat. Please welcome Linh and Phương.
Hello to everyone and thank you. We are very honored to have this opportunity to sit here and share with our dear audience our trip to Dalat. We hope you will enjoy these next 15 minutes of the show.
Yeah, thank you. So, as we all know, Dalat is the capital of Lâm Đồng province and the largest city of the Central Highlands region in Vietnam. This place is famous for its poetic beauty, bringing emotions and story of many people. I'd even heard that someone say that no matter how picky you are, you'll fall in love with Dalat from the first time you come here. What about you two?
Yes, it's just as you said. Both me and my friend here have our own purposes, and as a coincidence, we both chose Dalat. Maybe we were partly impressed by a famous saying about Dalat and subconsciously picked this city as our destination, no?
Right. Residents and tourists have said that Dalat has all four seasons in just one day. Spring in the morning, summer at noon, autumn in the afternoon, and winter at night, from the sunset to the sunrise.
Oh, it means that you two came to Dalat and then became friends? Oh, what made you come there?
I came there in a horrible state, if I have to tell you. Well, quitting my job, typical 9 to 5 days job, being depressed and losing all motivation in life. So I threw away the hustle and bustle of Hanoi to visit Dalat, hoping I could relax for a while to discover what I really want to do.
I'm sorry. So sorry about that. Well, maybe I know how you feel. This must be a difficult time for you. But I think quitting a job never seems to be an easy decision. Something must have happened in your life, right?
Deciding to leave my job was a tough decision indeed, but it was probably inevitable. Back then, I was not a very bright person. I didn't know my strengths and weaknesses, so I chose a major I was not passionate about, and eventually had a job in my previous company. I was unhappy, of course, not because I had bad performance at work, but because I could not enjoy it. The same boring task just kept repeating day after day, and now the pandemic made it even worse.
Oh, I see it. Indeed, the COVID-19 pandemic has affected us more than we thought. In the previous episodes program, we also received a lot of stories from listeners saying that the epidemic turned everything upside down, even making them bankrupt. But why did you choose Dalat? Oh, was it the first time you came there?
It was a recommendation from a close friend of mine, and yes, it was my first time. She said the cool land of Dalat has long been known as the paradise for vacation and tourism of the Vietnamese and also foreigner tourists. This beautiful land is cool all year round, and there are many green tourist attractions, which is the main reason I came there.
Sure, Dalat is really the right place for healing. And well, to some extent, Dalat is a medicine for mental problem, isn't it? And Phương, how about your story? Before the broadcast, did you say that you were born and raised in Dalat?
For me, I was a Vietnamese American that didn't really know a lot about our homeland's tradition. So I was preparing a trip to Dalat because of all the, amazing things that we mentioned a minutes ago. I had always been interested in the local culture, and I was thinking about perhaps taking an authentic tea making or planting class. And to be honest, I was running a project to invest in local tourist hotspots. So, yeah, a lot of things to do during that little trip.
How great! I have the admiration and gratitude for those who have succeeded far away and always look back to their hometown, like you. And it is true to the Vietnamese tradition. When you eat a fruit, think of the man who planted the tree. And how was your trip? Did you enjoy it?
Absolutely. We've all booked an all-inclusive resort somewhere close to our home for our yearly vacation simply because choosing a meaningful trip just seemed to be so hard. Those vacations that we wandered aimlessly, we somewhat enjoyed it. At the end of the day, we probably didn't have the kind of soul-stirring experience we've been craving. So this time, because I had a clear plan on what I'm going to do and what I want to achieve, was much more enjoyable. I did what I had expected from the trip. I started by learning all about different teas and blending herbs, processing methods and the origins of tea, how best to enjoy them and their benefits. I also got to sample a wide range of blends, learning traditional tea tasting methods and identifying different flavored notes and aromas. It was a whole new experience for me. It was wonderful.
Great. So, what do you plan to develop in Dalat?
I only did a market survey. I want to open a cafe with a mountainous view and a hanging flower garden, which is great for selfies and pictures. Tourists love that. And until now, it's still undergoing.
Now, I'm so curious about what chance did you two meet in this city?
It's pretty simple. We stayed at the same hotel and Phương was on the same group tour as me. We get on pretty well with each other, I must say, so we kept hanging out.
Well, that sounds very nice. I have the question for you. So what did you love most about Dalat? Maybe a destination in here, a restaurant, coffee shop, or even the weather or something?
For me, it was the Datanla waterfall. The people who had been living there said that in the old time, fairies usually came there to take a bath. I felt wholly relaxed when being surrounded by nature. Do you guys know that there are scientific claims that negative ions abundant in waterfalls can somehow increase serotonin levels, which ultimately helps our mood? The mental health aspect comes from the relaxation tendencies we tend to have from the simple act of watching the motion and sound of moving water.
And for me, Pine Hill definitely took my breath. I love the feeling of wandering around, admiring the scenery by myself, and thinking about random stuff of life. It gave me some kind of reminiscence. and somehow deepened my life. I feel very relieved from all the daily struggles.
Oh, to be honest, I also have a big love for Dalat. It's not because I'm a local here or have any special memories, but the peace of this place is always the most special to me. And after the trip, what did you get? I mean, the spiritual values, not souvenirs.
Oh, it was a wonderful trip, unlike any of my previous ones. I didn't have to think about work and could relax to the fullest. I stayed for 2 weeks so I could visit many famous attractions. After the trip, I have become more positive, and I think I finally have the audacity to pursue what I love. Very fortunately that this friend here was thinking about opening a cafe, so we kinda cooperated with each other until now. You're welcome, my friend.
Seems like a huge pleasure of mine. That trip was unlike other trips that I took before. Adding a meaning to my journey means taking a more structured trip with a focus, a goal. It makes the trip so much more memorable and still offers all those marvelous in between travel moments that are spontaneous and unexpected. I didn't plan to meet Ling as a friend and a coworker. Anyway, back in the days, whenever I was asked, why do you travel? I would simply say, because I love it and it's a way to relax. But now, I believe that I'd rather travel to learn and to see and interact with aspects of the world around me.
Yeah, traveling with a purpose has the potential to change us, all of us, into a better and more open human beings. And considering the fact that travel makes us happier and healthier anyway, whether we choose to do so with a purpose or not, it's evident that the global picture has become the whole lot brighter indeed.
I agree. Travel with a purpose allows you to fit more in. It is often said that we travel when we are young to have fun, when we are middle aged to unwind and escape the pressures of everyday life, and when we are even older to learn new things about foreign cultures and places. Yet, with purposeful travel, you can actually achieve all three, no matter your age, because once you are aware of your purpose, you can plan around it to also include fun, relaxing, and educational pursuits.
Travel with no plan at all, and you will end up chasing your tail around, wondering what on earth to do every day, and not actually maximizing your time abroad. Travel with a wicked plan and purpose, however, and you will be surprised to discover just how many more meaningful experiences you can squeeze in, even in just a few weeks of travel.
Oh, I love this idea. After listening your stories, I realized that trips are different experiences, and no matter what your travel purpose is, you will definitely change, and your life will change too. Stay positive and just keep your happy on. I felt like I could sit and listen to you guys talk for the whole time, but the show's length doesn't allow it. It's time to say goodbye. Once again, thank you for being here today. Wish your plans and projects will be successful.
Thank you for taking your precious time listening to our story. By the way, we really hope to see you at our newly opened cafe next year if you ever come to Dalat. So I guess for now, adios. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. My audience in regular time Lại mất chữ S này. Lại nha. Chúa phù hộ con. Dear audience, you are listening to the program Purposeful Travel on the National Traffic Channel. Ủa?